Okay, it's 3:30 on the 13th of January 2026, and I'm Chris Gibbs. I'm the Shire President for the Shire of York, and I'll declare this special council meeting open. Welcome to those of us who are in attendance. The Yorkshire Council acknowledges the Balladong people of the Noongar Nation, who are traditional owners of the country where this meeting is being held, and recognise their continuing connection to land, water, sky and culture. We pay our respects to all these people and their elders, past, present and emerging. Now, in accordance with Regulations 14I and 14J of the Local Government Administration Regulations 1996, notice is given that this meeting is being video and audio recorded to facilitate community participation and for minute-taking purposes. By being present at a meeting, members of the public consent to the possibility that their image and voice may be recorded. Audio recordings are published on the Shire's website following the meeting and may be released upon request to third parties. Members of the public are reminded that in accordance with Section 6.16 of the Shire of York Local Government Council Meetings Local Law 2016, nobody shall use any visual or vocal recording device or instrument to record the proceedings of council without the written permission of the presiding member. Number two, councillors. Councillor Chris Gibbs, Shire President. Councillor Denise Smythe, Deputy Shire President. We have Councillor Elaine Ashford, Councillor Monique Hutchinson, Councillor Kevin Pike, Councillor Kevin Trent. Councillor Melissa Welsh is here via electronic means. In accordance with Regulation 14C of the Local Government Administration Regulations 1996, the Shire President has authorised Councillor Melissa Welsh to attend this meeting via electronic means, having given consideration to the location from which Councillor Welsh is attending the meeting and the equipment used to attend the meeting, confirming they are suitable to enable effective engagement in deliberations and communications and ensuring confidentiality. Staff, we have Annika Burleson, Acting Executive Manager, Corporate and Community Services, and Vanessa Green, Council and Executive Support Officer. There are no apologies nor leave of absence, and there's one person in the gallery at the commencement of the meeting, our first meeting for 2026. Declarations of interest, financial proximity and impartiality. So Vanessa Green and Annika Burleson, due to the nature of their employment relationship with the CEO, noting that neither officers have any decision-making authority in this process. We'll go to public question time. Public question time is limited to 15 minutes. However, Council may exercise its discretion to extend the time by resolution if required. If there are questions remaining unasked at the expiration of the time allotted, members of the public are to submit their questions to the Shire President in writing. Questions submitted to special meetings are restricted to the subject matter of that meeting, noting any confidentiality requirements. During public question time, each questioner is limited to 2 questions. Statements or long preamble are not permitted. Where multiple questions are formed into one sentence or paragraph, these will be separated into the individual questions. Every person who wishes to ask a question are to identify themselves and register with an officer immediately prior to the meeting. Questions containing offensive remarks, reference to the personal affairs or actions of elected members or staff, or which relate to confidential matters or legal action will not be accepted. Questions that the presiding member considers have been answered by earlier questions at the meeting or earlier meetings may not be accepted. There is no debate on the answers provided to questions. A summary of the question and the answer will be recorded in the minutes of the council meeting at which the question was asked. So the takeaway there is the questions at special meetings are only for questions related to the special meeting. Public question time is open at 3:33 p.m. From the gallery, are there any questions?
Thanks, guys. David Sparrow. My apologies for not bringing it ahead of time. There has been some discussion online in relation to the nature of this meeting, which are fair enough, and perhaps they could be addressed for the sake of the community. One was the legitimacy of this actual meeting in relation to the time advertised for it, and making available to that, particularly in the absence of our current temporary CEOs on leave. So perhaps, Matt, that could be addressed. Thank you. Okay,
it's a great question, Mr. Sparrow. So I guess in regards to the current CEO being on leave, because of the nature of the special meeting, the current CEO would not be privy to anything that's in this meeting anyway. But I will pass across to the administration for an official answer regarding timelines on special council meetings, okay? What I can say while we're bringing that up is the notification timeline for a special compared to an OCM is not the same. So we'll clarify that for you in a second.
No, it's something else. Thank you through the chair. We do have an understanding, but in order to give you a very clear, concise answer, I'd like to take that on notice, but we'll get that out to you as soon as possible.
Thank you on behalf of the concerned community. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Mr. Sparrow. If there are no further questions, I will close question time at 3:35 p.m. Thank you very much. Confirmations of the minutes of the previous meeting. The minutes of the special council meeting held on the 2nd of December were confirmed as a true and correct record of proceedings at council's December 2025 ordinary meeting under resolution 021225. There are no announcements without discussion from me. Now, because of the nature of this meeting, we do now need to close the meeting to the public. So thanks very much for your interest. We'll get that answer to you ASAP. Okay, thank you. I need to move that we close the meeting.
I would move that we close the meeting to the public.
Okay, Councillor Trent moves.
Of the meeting.
Can I have a
Councillor
second?
Trent.
Councillor Smythe seconds.
Councillor Smythe seconds. Can we take a vote on that, please? And that is carried 7-0. The meeting is now closed to the public. For a second. So I would like to move that we open the meeting to the public. Do I have a seconder?
I'll second that.
Councillor Smythe, let's take a vote on that, please, to reopen the meeting. Thank you very much. That's carried 7-0. And the meeting is open to the public at 3:40 p.m. If we could have a look and see if our gallery member would like to return. Okay. So we will move on to 9, the public reading of the resolutions for the record, and I will do those now. So, resolution that with regard to appointment of the independent member to the CEO selection panel, Council 1 appoints applicant 4 as the independent member of the CEO selection panel, and point 2 appoints applicant 7 as the first alternative independent member to act as an independent member of the CEO selection panel if the preferred applicant declines or withdraws. That was carried 7-0. And the next one, thank you very much, that with regard to the appointment of HR Facilitator RFQ 10-2526, provision of consultancy services to facilitate the recruitment and selection of a Chief Executive Officer, Council 1 endorses the recommendation of the evaluation panel in accordance with the recommendation report as presented in Confidential Appendix 8.2A, and 2 appoints Consultant 1 as the successful respondent for RFQ 10-2526, provision of consultancy services to facilitate the recruitment and selection of a Chief Executive Officer. That was also carried 7-0. So there being no further business, I will close this meeting at 3:41 p.m. Thank you, Council, for your attendance. Thank you, Administration, for your attendance.